shot.
What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to our very first play review of FIFA 18 officially. In fact, probably this is going to be our very first video on FIFA 18 full stop since the early access came out. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Wissam Yedder, the Sevilla and French striker. Very, very nice looking card, and I thought this would be a nice, well-rounded, good-looking card to kick off our play reviews with, as it's just a nice base point. If you do enjoy the review, as always, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. Always appreciate that. And if you are new to the channel when you're watching this, be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And if you're not already, be sure to follow me on Twitch, as I'm streaming quite a lot over there right now, particularly with the release of FIFA 18. But without any further ado, we're going to get stuck into Yedder. And basic information: he's standing at 5 foot and 7 inches tall. He's got high to high work rates, that beautiful 5-star weak foot, and he's also got the 4-star skill moves to go with it. He's an 81 rated striker. His base cards are looking at 83 pace, 85 dribbling, 79 shooting, 34 defending, 63 physicality, and 75 passing. His top 5 in-game stats are looking at 91 agility, 86 balance, 85 dribbling, 85 jumping, and 84 finishing. And traits and specialities: he's coming in with the flair, technical dribbler, tries to beat the defensive line, and he takes finesse style free kicks. Now, we're getting into some new stuff here, because you can see the team that I've used him in on the screen in the background. It's a very basic start team. Obviously, we've got the lone Iniesta playing in camp behind him to provide the assists, and in the 5 games that we played with Yedder, he came away with 10 goals and 2 assists, which, being as like this is the very, very first time I have played online on FIFA 18, I did not think that was a bad return whatsoever. And this is where it gets kind of cool and kind of new, because now you can see on screen all of his in-game stats. I've just mentioned his top 5. You can see he really does. He looks good in the physical department when it comes down to the pace is decent, the fact that he's got great agility and balance, that kind of stuff. But the other side of the physical does let him down a little bit. That, of course, is the lack of strength. So it's going to be interesting to see how this guy plays in FIFA 18, and if the game suits the way that his card does work. As we start to roll some of the clips of Yedder now in action, like I said, this is the first time I've used any, like I've gone online at all in FIFA 18. Played some Division 10 games on the early access. It was actually some mixed teams that we were coming up against. There was a couple of starter teams like the team that I was using, then there was also a couple of teams that had a couple of informs, the likes of Timo Werner, Bellarabi, players like that. So there were some players that have got teams out there that are just very, very strong, but we still managed to get a good return with Yedder. As I've just said, and as you've just seen, he got 10 goals in 5 games, which is not too shabby whatsoever. And I briefly mentioned it at the start. I wanted to use Yedder to begin with, firstly because I packed him, which was an absolute bonus, and secondly, because of the fact he's got 4-star skills, because of the fact he's got a 5-star weak foot, and the fact that he's not slow, good shooting, good dribbling. I just thought he was a good base point to go off, because he's genuinely a good striker in every single FIFA pretty much. So that's the reason I wanted to do him first. And he didn't let me down, as you saw with the return. He's still very, very good in front of goal. Got that fantastic 5-star weak foot, which is always incredibly, incredibly useful when you're in on goal. Right now, a lot of people seem to be struggling with defending on this game, so Yedder is a very good player for this, because he can capitalise with his good dribbling. He can jink in and out of defenders, and with that 5-star weak foot, like I've just mentioned, he can shoot on either side, and he's going to be causing the goalkeeper problems. Agility and dribbling is fantastic, like I just mentioned. Finishing, even though, I mean, this guy, the 5-star weak foot to me makes his finishing incredible, but even if you stick to his stronger right foot and he had like a 4-star or 3-star weak foot, let's just say, his finishing is absolutely insane. And one of the other things that I did think was quite good with him, which is something that I didn't think I'd be pointing out, was the fact that his jumping was really, really good. He didn't actually score any headers for me, but when I was playing it long from goal kicks, that kind of thing, he didn't win it all the time in the air, but he won it more often than I expected him to. Negatives to the card: strength is a big one. I've not decided yet. Like I said, this is the first time I played online on FIFA. I don't know if it's going to be the year of strikers like Diego Costa, Lukaku, people like that aren't necessarily quick, but they're not slow either, but I've got a lot of physicality. I don't know if they're going to be the strikers to use this year, but Yedder at times was absolutely bullied by centre-backs. It's the kind of thing where if you were able to duke out the opponent, if you were able to get past the player, then you're golden. But if it comes to like a side-by-side confrontation, when he's running really close next to a defender, he'd often get shoved off the ball, which was which was quite a big negative for me, really. Also, the fact that his sprint speed isn't fantastic wasn't great either. There was a couple of times, like I say, I played against some really nice teams and some guy had Socrates, and when Ben Yedder got past Socrates, Socrates was actually able to get back at him and take the ball off him, so he could have done with a better sprint speed. And I think when you start to get a week or two into the game, and a lot of people have got the players like Socrates, that could also be a big negative. And also, because of the fact that he's not particularly strong, I don't think he'd really work well in a lone striker formation. I played him in a 4-3-1-2, as you've seen, and he did okay. His link-up was really nice as well, which was very useful. He's got a really nice assist in the clips, actually, that I think you've already seen, to Berahino. So his link-up was great, but as a lone striker, I don't think he'd be able to do it quite as well. But overall, we're giving Ben Yedder an 8.3 out of 10. I think he's a very solid starter striker. He's currently going for around 3,000 or 4,000 coins, which is the kind of coin amount where you can potentially pick him up after you've played maybe a handful of games or bought a few packs or done a little bit of trading. So he's definitely an attainable striker, and I think for your starter squads, but just because of that 5-star weak foot and the 4-star skill moves, he's going to be very, very useful for you. So I'd highly recommend him as a starter striker, but I would like to think, after using Griezmann as well, which is something that I used on the road to glory yesterday, I think there's probably going to be better out there when you get the coins saved up. So great for a starter striker, but I think there is going to be better in-game. 8.3 out of 10 is what we're going to give him overall, but that is going to end up the player review. Like I said at the very start, if you did enjoy it, leave a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on Ben Yedder, sorry, if you happen to have used him as well in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Nidge out.